Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to Advent day number 4. So in today's video I'm going to show you some of my essential coloured pencil drawing materials. This isn't just coloured pencils, this is all the materials that I use within a piece or to create a piece on surfaces, graphite pencils, erasers and things like that. What you can see here is everything that I consider to be one of my essential supplies of this year. So something that I've used in a lot of my pieces and throughout a lot of work. So let's get straight into it. So to begin with, I'm going to show you my essential drawing paper, and I've chosen the Strathmore Bristol plate surface in the 500 series. I could have chosen my ordinary drawing paper, which is the Fabriano Artistico hot pressed £140, but I use that for commissions and it's not something new that I have found that is essential for my work and improving it. Whereas this Strathmore Bristol plate surface paper, when I work upon this, I've worked on this on a few things now, but when I work upon this, it is absolutely amazing. I love the surface and I love how I can get the colour laid down. It's one of my new papers that I will be using for commissions and especially using it for wildlife pieces. I've used it a lot for demonstrations, reviews and things like that. So this is my essential paper of 2017. So next up I have some graphite pencils, which I have found to be essential in aiding me when I'm outlining all of my pieces. So these are now my preferred pencil of choice, and these are the Mars Lumograph pencils. For outlining, I tend to prefer the 2B or the 2H pencil. I bought these a little while ago and just thought that I would just give them a try, just try them out because I've heard a lot of rave reviews about them, and the rave reviews were absolutely correct. These are a fabulous pencil, and again I'll be reviewing these in the new year for you. So next up are some erasers that I have found essential for my work. This little tatty eraser here is actually a Karen-Dash eraser. This is one that I use throughout every single piece of my artwork. I use it religiously on absolutely anything. You can tell by the state of it. It was a triangle and it's now more of a circle. I use it for everything. It is my preferred eraser of choice. It gets rid of all of the graphite marks on my paper. It also erases coloured pencil pretty nicely if you use light layers too. So the next one, again, this isn't anything new, it's just something that I use every day throughout each of my pieces, and that's the Tombow Mono Zero Elastomer eraser in the round tip. I also have this rectangular tip, but for some reason I just prefer the circular or the round tip for most of my pieces. So those are my two essential erasers for 2017. Next up we have Sharpness. Now this is my preferred sharpener and it will be my preferred sharpener for the rest of my works. I was using the Derwent Superpoint Mini, but I found and stumbled upon this. This is the Coombe Automatic Long Point. I have a review on these, so I'll pop a card up above if you want to check that out. And I actually have more than two of these, but I use two of these at once. I use this one here for my Polychromos pencils, and I use the one that I've just put some magic tape on for my Luminance pencils. I have two different ones whilst I'm working because I found when I was sharpening my Luminance pencils and then going to sharpen my Polychromos pencils, it would actually enlarge the barrel. So I decided to just grab up a couple and then use one sharpener for the Polychromos and one sharpener for the Luminance. So the one with tape is for the Luminance, the one without is my Polychromos. Next, I have another type of eraser, but this isn't one that I use every day. This is just one that I use every now and then, but I've found that I really couldn't be without it, and that is the Winsor & Newton Medium Kneaded Putty Rubber. I use this for lifting the outline on my coloured pencil pieces, so I just go in, tack this onto the paper ever so lightly so I can lift some of the graphite just so I get a very, very light sketch. So I can turn a dark sketch into a very light one using the putty rubber here. So next I have some tools which I use to create highlights and everything in colour pencil work, and this is the Brush and Pencil Colour Pencil Touch Up Texture and the Colour Pencil Titanium White. Again, I've done a review of these, so I'll leave that as a card and in the description for you guys. I've been using this to add a few highlights and everything within my work. It acts exactly the same way as coloured pencil when it dries, and it applies in the same way as a paint. And this is opaque when it's applied over your coloured pencil, and it's really great for whiskers, fine lines, and just basically adding anything that you can't add with the white coloured pencil over the top. So this is a real game changer in terms of adding highlights into your work. This is something that I will also be using a lot more of in 2018, so watch out for some works including this. And then we have my embossing tool, or my etching tool, whatever you want to call it. It's just basically a tool which indents the paper so it leaves a nice line and groove in the paper, so it acts as like a resist. When you add pencil back over the top, it resists and doesn't go in the groove that you make with this tool. This is the size that I prefer. I think this is a 0.6 mil and a 1 mil tip. But this is a much loved tool. I use this, again, one of my everyday tools that I use in all of my artworks. So the last thing on my list of essential coloured pencil materials or tools is the Karen-Luminance white pencil. I don't know where I would be without my Luminance white pencil. I use it in everything. I use it for burnishing, I use it for blending, I use it for adding highlights. It is an all-round great pencil. It is one of the best ones, and if you don't have one in your colour pencil collection, I recommend that you buy a couple of these, because I go through them like nobody's business. I have to buy these in a little bit of bulk because I'm constantly using them and constantly powering through each of these pencils. So this is my one coloured pencil in this list of materials that I would suggest that you guys have to go and get. So that's it for my short list of essential colour pencil supplies of 2017. Just a few of the products that I've loved and used throughout my work and will continue to use throughout the rest of the new year. So I'd love to know what you guys consider as your essential colour pencil supplies. Leave me a comment down below if you feel I should have included something that's on your list. Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button and tick that bell icon so you can be notified of all of my future videos. If you haven't done so already, then please follow me on all of my social media sites. I'm on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and I will see you in tomorrow's Advent video. Bye!